It's 6:52 in Antigua and Barbuda. This is your wake-up call presented by Tune Island Media, 94.1 FM. My name is Darren Matthew Ward, and this morning the focus is back on the often overlooked subject of mental health and the positive work that's being done by members of the community at improving our approaches and our awareness around mental well-being. On October the 12th, right here in Antigua and Barbuda, there will be a HealthJox Festival. Yes, that's an interesting name there. I'm certainly going to be asking about that. It's planned as a day of fun and fitness at the GSC Sports Complex right here in Antigua. Several activities will make up the event, including a number of workshops on mental health suitable for different ages. Chairman Emeritus and Executive Director of the HealthJox Foundation, Dewry Bradford, is joining us in the virtual space, along with Program Director of Mental Health Code, Kayla Swindell, and Serene Prince, President of the Antigua and Barbuda Holistic Coalition. I want to say good morning and welcome to all of you. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Fine. Is this Mr. Bradford?
This is me. How are you? Dewry at your service.
Thank you very much for joining us. Well, we'll start with you, Mr. Bradford. Tell us about the HealthJox Foundation, what it is, and how did it start?
So HealthJox Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit based out here in New York. And we started in 2020. But in 2018, I started doing a health and sports festival called HealthJox Festival. And in 2019, I caught whim of this term mental health. And I partnered with a jewelry artisan called Phil Harris, and we started doing fashion shows to create awareness regarding mental health. And I called it the #mental-health initiative. And we did 5 fashion shows in 9 months. It was amazing. And we also did one during New York Fashion Week with James Corbett called the Fashion Week Experience that we do live in Times Square outdoors. It was amazing. We had 25 different designers. And, from there, when we kicked it off, we didn't know that mental health was going to be kind of like, a key topic, because the following year was going to be 2020. In March, it was for us when the pandemic hit. And then boom, all of a sudden, everyone was home, sitting home with the person they either decided to marry or the kids that they ended up having. And now they're spending, instead of 10, 15 hours with their family, they're now spending 24 hours with the people that they decided that it's their family. So, mental health triggers, anxiety, all these terms started coming into play. And then people started having this discussion. And we did a deal with Verizon Corporate, a very big corporation in America. We had 9 of their cities executive staff. They called it the virtual coffee break. And HealthJox Foundation, we came in and we did a virtual festival. And we had a virtual coffee break, teaching them about how to cope with being at home, doing business virtually, and how do you deal with that? How do you handle that? So HealthJox Foundation really became a staple now in America. And fast forward to the following year, I resigned as the chairman of the board of directors, and I started HealthJox LLC, which is the for-profit company. And then we did a deal with DYCD, which is the Department of Youth and Community for New York City. That is the department that's over all youth for all the 5 boroughs of New York City, Commissioner Keith Howard, and also Mayor Adams. And then we just started our mental health and sports program called HealthJox Saturday program. So, we're very excited about the work that we're doing with the youth out here. There's a lot of killing, there's a lot of, crime. Our youth are going to prison. Another important thing to note, last year, I connected with the judge, Suzanne Adams, and she introduced me to a lot of the different judges in the New York City judicial system. And we created a program called the Pursuing Purpose Program. That's an alternative to incarceration program where, say a child did something wrong, some form of crime. They meet with the judge, and then the judge determines if that child should go to juvenile prison or they should go to the Pursue and Purpose program. So when we met with Commissioner Keith Howard, we sat with him, and we had an array of different services that we wanted to offer the young people. And he said, I want this thing right here, which he pointed out was the fashion program that we had to build out. So I built a new, I formed a new team of fashion professionals. I did a deal with FIT, which is the fashion college that I went to. And we locked in Tapestry, which is the company that owns Kate Spade and also Coach that makes the beautiful handbags. And they came on board, and we are about to go forward once we get the funding to do the Pursue and Purpose program, fashion program. So we're very excited.
I couldn't ask for a better breakdown and background to HealthJox Foundation. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Bradford.
You're welcome.
Now, before we introduce Kayla Swindell to the audience, and also, of course, Serene Prince, who's no stranger to listeners here on Wake Up Call, we are going to share a couple of quick messages because it's just 2 minutes, well, 1.5 minutes to 7 o'clock. So we have to share our messages, do the top of the hour, and we'll continue on the other side. 7 o'clock in Antigua and Barbuda. This is your Wake Up Call. This hour is brought to you with the kind compliments of the West Indies Oil Company. And this takes you all the way to 8 o'clock, the 8 o'clock hour. We're continuing our discussion with our special guest who are joining us in studio about the upcoming HealthJox Festival. We heard from the Chairman Emeritus and Executive Director of that foundation, Mr. Dewry Bradford. We're now going to hear from the Programming Director and Mental Health Coach, Kayla Swindell, and Serene Prince, the President of the Antigua and Barbuda Holistic Coalition, will join join the conversation in just a few moments. Ms. Swindell, give us a rundown of what we can expect at the upcoming festival right here in Antigua, and maybe you can tell us a little bit about you and what you do as a mental health coach. We can start with that, actually.
Yes, good morning. Well, my name is Kayla Swindell. It's pronounced Kyla, but spelled Kayla. I am so happy to be here today.
If I may interrupt, my daughter's name is Kayla, so that's probably why I had that inclination, and it's spelled that way. So I apologize, but I'm sure you understand.
It's totally fine. Yes, it is so wonderful to be here, and we are so blessed and grateful and honored that you have invited us on your program. My name is Kayla Swindell, as I said, and I am the program director of the HealthJox program. We are very happy because we get to impart knowledge and help to the young people that are here in New York City. We've been working with them for quite a few years now, and now we're actually dealing in a new and different capacity because we're helping them out not only with the sports, but we're also coupling it with mental health awareness. And we know Ms. Serene Prince will tell you over and over again how important it is to take care of your mental health. And we know that there are many young people that are struggling, and especially in the urban areas, they don't really have an outlet. They don't have the resources, and especially in neighborhoods that are poverty stricken and, of very, very low income, we can see that they're struggling big time, and they usually go to the gang members. They end up on drugs. They end up doing harmful things. They become promiscuous, and we saw the need for help, and we are set up right here in New York to help them out. But we are coming to Antigua. We are coming back to Antigua, I should say.
Yes.
And we are going to introduce the HealthJox program to Antigua through a HealthJox festival. And we're very, very happy about that because we have been coming to Antigua with our parents. Many of you may know Bishop Lester Bradford. He's a missionary bishop and he was born in Antigua. And he, along with our parent, our mom, the late Pastor Jeanette Bradford, have been coming back to the island ever since 1998, having National Days of Prayer for the island of Antigua and Barbuda. And from there, they've been coming back consecutively every single year, right up to the year 2013. The Lord told our father, Bishop Bradford, to start something for the youth. So he decided to come up with something that we call Prayer Jam. Prayer Jam is a gospel concert that we have every October for the young people in Antigua and Barbuda. And we started out at the Multipurpose Center. And then we started, we went over to the UE campus, and we've been having it ever since 2013. We had it for about 6 years, and then the pandemic hit. So
Yep.
we had to put a pause on it,
Yeah.
but we are coming back this year after all of about nearly 4 years. We will be back again in the month of October to have Prayer Jam, and then we will have the HealthJox Festival, which will be held on October the 12th, 2024. So we're excited about those things, and we're really looking forward to helping the island with mental health awareness. We also have breast cancer awareness because we know October is going to be Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah.
And we are going to be praying for the nation of Antigua and Barbuda with our National Day of Prayer as well.